like this hard-working new guy running for Congress, Tom Pernellio?
Tom Perlillo has a 7-point plan to bring good jobs back to Virginia.
Tom Paparellio's plan to get us out of Iraq is something both parties can agree upon.
It's Pirellia.
In most political races, there's a well-known frontrunner that usually has a ton of money to spend. And their media firm's job is simple: play it safe and don't screw things up. These are the kind of candidates least likely to work with us.
Tom Pernellio.
Tom Pernello.
I'm Tom Perriello, and I approve this message because how you pronounce
Instead, we tend to work on the toughest races, representing lesser-known underdogs. And we've worked with these types of candidates for over 20 years.
Hi, I'm Russ Feingold, the underdog who's running for the United States Senate.
Our first campaign for U.S. Senator Russ Feingold back in '92 was legendary.
I think these home movies will prove it. Our first home belongs to millionaire Joe Chakota. He's one of my opponents. Let's see if he's around. I guess there's nobody here. Nice spread, huh? It's enough to make anyone feel like an underdog. The congressman has another home in Jamaica, but we don't have the budget to fly there, so this brochure is going to happen.
It even became the basis for a course at Harvard University.
Our campaign trip continues today in La Crosse. That's right here below my knuckle. If I get elected, what issue do you want me to start working on the first day that I'm in office?
Have somebody in government show some discipline.
We've got to cut spending. Government has to be more efficient.
Step one for us is really getting to know our candidate, their strengths, weaknesses, their true essence.
What we need here is change. And if you elect me...
Most candidates for office talk a good game, but State Representative Bob Fleider gets the job done. While Dick Kane talks, Fleider's sponsoring legislation to block utility companies from raising electric rates by up to 55%. And Fleider fought for legislation to fund health care for children and veterans.
Sometimes the problem is the solution. We say, if you can't fix it, feature it.
I'm Steve Novick, and I'm running for U.S. Senate. I graduated Harvard Law at age 21.
I'm Steve Novick. I sued big polluters and recovered millions for taxpayers, and I'll fight for real change on health care and education.
I'm Steve Novick, and I'll stand up for everybody, not just the richest 1%.
Actually, I'm the real Steve Novick, and I approve this message because everything these guys said about me is true. I don't look like the typical politician, but I won't act like one either. I will fight for the little guy.
And I'm running for mayor of Milwaukee.
The next step is coming up with a powerful idea that can break through the clutter. Not just the political clutter, but all the clutter. That means we don't rely on formulas. Every ad is made from scratch to get and hold voters' attention.
Mr. Chairman, I hold listening sessions every year in all 72 counties because it's my job to represent the people of Wisconsin. I've been told we must
fight against unfair trade agreements to keep our jobs from being shipped overseas.
And to bring healthcare costs down for my family and businesses. Plus,
protect our country without sacrificing our rights. I truly believe that
many of the best ideas come from the people of Wisconsin. Unfair trade agreements have encouraged the use of cheap labor from other countries. And while we all buy some imported products, thousands of family-supporting jobs in Wisconsin and America have been shipped overseas. I voted against those unfair agreements and am determined to get us a better deal. I'm also fighting to strengthen the Buy American Act that requires our government to buy U.S.-made goods and services. I'm United States Senator Russ Feingold, and I approve this message.
Even our negative ads have something that people want to watch.
Those seats are taken.
Do you feel frozen out like this when it comes to Congress? No wonder. Corporate lobbyists have your congressman's full attention.
Sorry, those seats are paid for too.
Your Congressman Sean Duffy took over $539,000 from financial institutions and wrote a bill leaving consumers vulnerable to their abuses. If we don't vote against Sean Duffy, ordinary families will never get in the game.
Those seats are taken!
Friends of Democracy is responsible for the contents of this advertising.
Tom Perriello again. This is what Congressman Good's car would look like if he drove in NASCAR. Maybe if he didn't take $219,000 from health and drug companies, Good wouldn't have cast the deciding vote against Medicare and negotiating lower drug prices, and our seniors could pay 50% less for their prescriptions. Corporate sponsorship may work for NASCAR, but not Congress. I'm Tom Perriello, and I approve this message.
And finally, while issues are important, we accept one overall truth about elections. People vote for candidates they like.
Hi, Wayne Powell, running for Congress. I'll stop that runaway spending that's driving up our debt. Fight big corporations that are sending our jobs overseas. I want to represent neighbors like you, not people who can write me the biggest check. And I want to work on term limits for
Wayne,
all.
you're my kind of Republican.
I'm a Democrat.
It's an emotional decision. One of our greatest strengths lies in presenting our candidates in a way people can really relate to.
Economic relief for you. I fought to add new jobs at dairy farms. And landfill projects that turn methane waste into clean energy. Jobs bringing broadband internet to 120 public schools. Plus construct new park trails and protect jobs here in law enforcement. We've added construction jobs to rebuild bridges and weatherize homes. I'm Tom Perriello, and I support this message because I guarantee no one will work harder to bring jobs to Virginia.
I'm U.S. Senator Russ Feingold, and I approve this message.
Russ Feingold, you guys doing okay? Hey, could you please move these bikes?
Wisconsinites know me as a true independent.
Seriously, how long did it take you to paint that?
The people of this state expect me to dig a little deeper before I cast any vote.
So what's your profit margin on this stuff?
Russ Feingold. He asks the tough questions.
Hey, Coach, are you sorry now you didn't go for the tying field goal?
Russ Feingold's work to provide our soldiers with the support and health care they deserve has earned him the approval of Wisconsin veterans. Russ's fight to protect local jobs from being shipped overseas and create jobs here has earned him the respect of Wisconsin families and small businesses. And his stand against wasteful spending and automatic pay raises for members of Congress has earned him a lot of lonely lunches in Washington.
To sum up, our ads have to pass this test. They have to break through, ring true, and make somebody like you.
U.S. Senate candidate Steve Novick fought corporate polluters and defeated Bill Sizemore. But would you want to have a beer with him?
I agree. I think most Democrats are still pretty frustrated. We're just not seeing real progress on the big challenges we're facing. If we're going to get out of Iraq, fix the broken healthcare system, stop global warming, we can't afford just politics as usual. It's going to take a whole different level of courage.
Steve Novick. He's always found a way to get things done.
I'm Steve Novick, and I approve this message.